Welcome back to school. It's a busy time of year for everyone, as I know you've been busy preparing your classroom, getting updated class lists, figuring out schedules, meeting students, and trying to find time to breathe in between. As you begin the year, I want to highlight some updates that have been made to the ELA curriculum for the 2017-18 school year. To start, it's important to note that all ELA curriculum has been updated to be in direct alignment with the new Missouri Learning Standards. Many of these standards will be very familiar, and you will not see a great variance in the learning targets for your grade level. In many cases, learning targets were updated to reflect the new verbiage of the Missouri Learning Standards, but the intent of the target has remained the same. Let's take a few minutes and look at our ELA curriculum website to see what's new and what is available. When you open the elementary ELA curriculum page, as in the past, you will notice grade levels. Find your grade level and open your grade level to access all of the documents that you will need throughout the school year. We're going to go ahead and look at first grade as an example today. When you click on first grade, you'll open up your first grade folder and you will see a folder for each piece of ELA, reading, word work, and writing. In that folder, you will also find the SBG quarterly reporting standards and FDOL document for your grade level. This document will explain and tell you what learning targets are taught in each quarter and when to mark those or report those for grading purposes in the grade card. You'll also find a year-at-a-glance document for ELA. If you've not already seen that, you will notice some changes that were made to the year-at-a-glance document for ELA. Year-at-a-glance documents now include all parts of ELA. Reading, you'll notice, is first on the year-at-a-glance document. If you scroll down, in grades K through 2, you'll notice the word work units have been included on this document. And then last, you'll see the writing units included on this document. Including all parts of ELA on the year-at-a-glance document was done to help teachers see and plan with the big ELA picture in mind. You'll also notice that year-at-a-glance documents are now 2 pages, one for semester 1 and 1 page for semester 2. So it also allows you to look at the year by semester. I wanted to point out a couple of things about the document. One, you'll notice each unit title is a hyperlink. If you click on that hyperlink, it will take you directly to that unit folder where you can access the instructional activities or the unit plans. Unit plans are set up exactly as they have been in the past. These new unit plans obviously are reflecting the new learning targets and new Missouri Learning Standards. So you have your learning target here, your I can statement, and then resources to help support this particular unit. Let's go back and look at the year-at-a-glance documents for a couple of moments. Something else to point out is that you will notice some of the learning targets are in red or highlighted in red. Any learning target that appears in a unit that's in red font indicates that that learning target has been introduced and taught in previous units. So for example, in first grade, the first target that appears in red is read grade level text orally with accuracy at an appropriate rate, recognizing punctuation has meaning. If you look back at the previous unit, you'll notice it was introduced and taught there first. There are many ELA learning targets that appear multiple times in multiple units. So those all have been highlighted and printed in red for you. Something else to make note of on the year-at-a-glance document is some grade levels have units that span between 2 quarters. In first grade, Unit 5, the questioning unit, is an example of that. The estimated window to teach that unit, or amount of time, is about 4 weeks. Most first grade teachers may be starting that unit around December 4th and will carry it over into January. When a unit has spanned quarters, at the top of the unit, there's been a note made that you are to begin Unit 5 in second quarter, but continue it into third quarter, and that the learning targets will be marked in third quarter. So there's a note about when those learning targets should be marked on the progress report, taking into consideration you may span over 2 quarters of the school year. So let's talk about reading for just a moment. In all grade levels, reading units remain similar. Each grade level begins the year with a launching Reader's Workshop unit and is followed by units of study organized by thinking strategy. The order of the units and learning targets within each unit may have changed slightly for grades 1 through 5. This is not the case for grades kindergarten and 6th grade, where some thinking strategy units have been eliminated. When we look at writing remains similar as well. Writing units remain the same. Each grade level begins with a launching Writer's Workshop unit and is followed by a unit of study organized by type of writing: narrative, informational, and opinion argument. Last year, a K-12 team met to develop grammar learning targets that are vertically aligned in grades K through 12. These targets are embedded in writing for each grade level. You may notice some grammar targets have been eliminated for your grade level. Some may have been added and may be slightly different from previous years if you've been teaching for quite some time. In addition, new learning targets have been developed for information literacy. These targets reflect the work done by a district team that met to develop a common inquiry approach to research. The information literacy targets also include brand new targets that come directly from Missouri Learning Standards to address digital media literacy. Digital media literacy targets are brand new at the elementary level, and those are embedded in the information literacy strand of our curriculum. So those are just a few big ideas and big things to keep in mind as you are looking at curriculum for this year. I would like to end with letting you all know that curriculum work is ongoing. There's always work that needs to be done. There are improvements that need to be made, revisions to review, resources to add, and assessments to tweak and/or develop. Coming this fall will be new updated writing rubrics to reflect the new language of writing targets. I'll be working to complete these, and we'll have them prior to each quarter prior to the quarter that they are needed. In addition, thinking strategy rubrics will be available to use for assessment purposes at the end of each reading unit. These rubrics will give you specific information about how a student is using a strategy. As always, if you have questions, see typos, or something that needs to be revised, please don't hesitate to email me or call me. In addition, if you have resources that you think that would benefit colleagues across the district, please email those to me so I can include those on unit plans for everyone. I look forward to working with you throughout the year, and have a wonderful start to the 2017-18 school year.